What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Slashers and Superheroes. I am Cameron. This is Jacob. What the? Why do you have so many hats on your
I
head?
don't know.
What's anyway?
I'm ready to go.
Anyway, uh, welcome to another news roundup talk, whatever. Um, we got some Marvel stuff we're gonna cover. We got some DC. It's not as much as the Marvel stuff, but we got one particular DC news that literally dropped like maybe 30 minutes ago. We were just
Yep.
going to talk about Marvel stuff, but then we saw some pictures of some Superman Legacy table read, or the logo rather. We'll talk about the logo and what we think about that. And regarding Marvel, we have a couple of new showrunners for the movies, and then we have
hmm
the whole Avengers 5 thing that's going on. We'll talk about that at the end of
Yep.
the video. Um, so let's just go ahead and get this started because we're both tired and we both want to go ahead and talk about this. So, um, first Marvel news. We have
Yep.
a showrunner for the Thunderbolts movie. Um, this is actually quite surprising. It is the lady who helped with the bear,
hmm
Joanna Callow. Um, she is now working on the script, which I think is quite good because, as we all know, the bear was basically winning all the Emmys. I think
hmm
they won like what 6 Emmys, and then they won like 4 creative Emmys like separately like earlier.
Yep.
So they won a whole bunch of awards, and so having someone who helped run the show work on a Marvel script, um, I think it's good news.
hmm
So filming begins in March, and apparently reportedly centers on the villains and anti-heroes
hmm
who go on a mission, and they're supposed to end. You know, it's supposed to end with them dying.
Yep. And it's gonna be
Um,
rated R, correct?
I believe so.
Yep.
I
I
think.
think so, right? Because it's Deadpool and Thunderbolts are both rated R.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's that.
hmm
So um, they're going the Rogue One route with that, and it feels like it's kind of like ripping off Suicide Squad a little bit. Don't you think? With like, I mean, the Thunderbolts are the Marvel Suicide Squad, except they don't have bombs
Yeah.
in their head,
I
and they're not
mean,
being for. I mean,
you could say that, but I mean that's what they are. So you don't want to change too many things up, far from like the comics and everything. But I mean that's what they are. So I'm not. To be honest, I don't care too much as long as it's not like because it can be like anti-heroes or rated R and it not be like a rip off of like you said the Suicide Squad or like Guardians or something. Even the Guardians not rated R, but yeah, as long as it's like its own thing and yeah, no, I'm fine with it because it's sticking to what they are.
hmm and
Yeah.
it's got Yelena, White Widow in there. It's got
Mm-hmm.
Bucky. It's got Red Guardian. It has U.S. Agent. It has Ghost. It has Taskmaster, and then it has Valentina, who
Mm-hmm.
we got introduced to in we first got introduced to her in Falcon and Winter Soldier. She was also in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
So
and you
we've
said they're
seen a little
filming
bit
in
about her.
March.
It's yes, it says filming begins in March. Um,
That's so they just the writer. I wonder if they're gonna do it where because movies do this, and I guess like kind of write it as they shoot because I mean it's filming next month if they are
yeah,
filming in March.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes out what next year, May of next year, I
Mhm.
believe. So
Come out next year. Yeah.
if they begin
Yeah.
filming
So
in about a month, you know,
I'm cool that like
yeah.
it writing TV is different than writing movies, but
Mhm.
I mean the show that she was on, it's like the show right now as far as award season. Like you said, it's grabbing all the awards. So
Yeah.
I mean, if she's involved in writing, then we know she's talented.
Mhm.
So it's
And
different writing movies, but I'm honestly not too worried about it
and
because I mean, there's great. If you're a great writer, you can write TV and movies.
and they're popping off those seasons. Like they're just like I
hmm
think it's already
Yeah,
almost on its fourth season, right? Or is it
yeah.
going
It's
on
like
its third?
3 seasons.
Three seasons? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
3 seasons in 3 years.
yeah. I mean,
Very, yeah.
to be expected. It's just there's not a lot to the show. I mean, I haven't watched it, but all I've seen is Jeremy
Yeah,
Allen White yelling at
it's about
people
like a chef in like a restaurant, I'm
in the
pretty sure.
kitchen. Yeah,
So it's not like this big scale like heavy CGI show or something, but it's still like you said they're turning them out. A season a year doesn't happen too often
no,
today with television. So,
yeah, it's very rare. But I mean, you can't get anyone better, right? Someone who's been
hmm
winning a bunch of Emmys, and kind of on the flip side, I guess, depending on who you look at it, um, Eric Pearson is polishing the script for Fantastic Four. He did Ragnarok and Black Widow, um, and
okay.
filming begins this summer. So June, July, maybe around the time that Deadpool comes out. Um,
hmm
Now we all know. I mean, when Ragnarok came out, we loved Ragnarok, and then Love Thunder came out, or Shit and Thunder came out, and it kind of like took it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and then Black Widow, I don't have a problem with Black Widow. I mean, a lot of people like force hate it, but I liked it personally. But it
hmm
wasn't like like Phase
It
Three
wasn't like
type of
bottom
Marvel.
tier Marvel.
It wasn't
Yeah.
bottom tier. It wasn't like low mid tier. I think it's high mid tier in my opinion, but it's not like high
hmm
tier at all. So he worked on Ragnarok. He worked on Widow. So apparently he's polishing the script. So I don't think he's like complete. I mean, I don't think he's starting it all over again. I
hmm
think he's just coming in and helping to polish it a little bit. Now,
Yeah, probably like tweak some things and stuff like that.
now I don't know exactly who helped. I don't think Matt Shackman do the script for Fantastic Four, or did someone else do it? I know that John Watts was directing it for a bit.
Yep.
Um, if Google will cooperate with me here. And so Jeff Kaplan, Josh Friedman, and Ian Springer. Now Jeff Kaplan, he did Bert and Arnie's Guide to Friendship, which I don't know what the heck that is. Um, Josh
Yeah.
Friedman, he did. He's doing Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes,
Okay.
and he did Snowpiercer, which is that TNT show about, I guess, on that train. I think is what it
Okay.
is,
I've
and
heard of it. Yeah.
he did Black Dahlia. Um, so I
hmm
mean, and Ian Springer, who he has no credentials, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's not really coming in and like doing it all over again because I would hope
hmm
so because they're filming in summer, but um, just coming in and polishing it. I think it'll work because he's the only like none of those guys have worked within the MCU and he has. So having him
hmm
come in and know what's going on, just kind of like connect everything. I would assume.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm sure like you said, I'm sure it's like just little tweaks here and there
mhm.
because we know from the poster it seems like they know like the central idea of the movie, it being set in the 60s and everything.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure for the most part they already got the storyline like done, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't think they're going to be coming in and like just starting from scratch making this movie or writing this movie, but yeah, it's probably just like little things here and there is what it seems like.
Hmm. Making sure all of it connects because
hmm
it needs to be connected well to
hmm
get people's attention because MCU is of course we talk about it all the time when we talk Marvel, but it's kind of gone down. So
hmm
hopefully it generates some excitement. And speaking of excitement, we'll go and flop over the DC real quick.
Yeah.
Um, Now this just happened about 30 minutes ago. We got a fresh new logo,
hmm
and it looks clean. I like it a
Yeah.
lot. Um,
Well, supposedly new logo because they're doing their table read right now, and that
right.
was the logo on the like the name tags.
Yeah, so Isabella Merced, who was in Madam Web, watch our review if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But she's Hawk Girl in the new
Yep.
DCU. So and she like posted a picture on Instagram of her little nameplate. I'll put it up on the screen
hmm
for you guys, but it's like a little nameplate for her, and
hmm
it's all nice. It's all very cool looking, and I guess they did that today. So
Yeah, because James Gunn today posted a picture
mhm.
of him with her, and then you can see in the back Nathan Fillion is in the background, so they're not shooting yet, but they're getting ready
And I
and
can
tape-ready and everything
and I'm looking at the
for
picture
production.
now. I can see James' wife, Jen Holland, in the back.
Hmm.
I can't really read what her name says. Well, like what character she's playing. Oh, wait, Harcourt. Never mind. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
stupid.
He was saying his wife and then someone else was just like visiting. They're not like in the movie or anything.
Oh, okay.
They were just visiting the set and everything. Yeah.
Oh no,
So
it looks like it reads reader or something. Like she's just helping
yeah,
read. But
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, like Isabel
Um,
said, she posted that picture not too long ago. So.
yeah, but the logo is it looks like the logo from I believe it's '96, the '96 Superman logo, which is Kingdom Come,
Mm-hmm. And it
and
was white and blue or
yeah,
something
red
like
and
that.
black.
Oh, red and black.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was red and black, but there was um there was like on you can't trust Reddit, but on a DCU leaks on Reddit, someone was like, "Oh, the logo is going to be the '96." This was like 5 days ago.
Mm.
They were like, "The logo is going to be the '96 Kingdom Come Superman logo, but instead of it being red and black, it's going to be the traditional yellow and blue. So it's going to be like a combination of the Kingdom Come logo with the old school, like the traditional Superman colors, which is pretty cool."
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they got it right with the Kingdom Come, and then they
Mhm.
said that there was going to be soldiers dressed in green and purple or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
Anyway, that's really weird,
We'll see.
but it
I'm curious. I'm cool with like the logo looks sick.
yeah.
If that is the logo. Um, I'm curious what like the whole suit's gonna look like though. The logo is a big part, and the
Mm-hmm.
logo looks really cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering because there's like some people prefer the trunks for Superman, and some people prefer the no trunks. So I'm curious with what they go with because I'm 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 pretty sure once they start filming, we're gonna eventually get some kind of like leak or something of Corn Sweat in the suit. I'm sure it's eventually gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that day he's gonna be
Hmm.
like little mini me Henry Cavill. I can guarantee you.
Hmm.
He's gonna look nice in that suit, and he's been bulking up, so
Yep.
it's gonna look nice. But yeah, that just dropped a couple minutes ago. We figured we'd include that into here. And then the big topic of today. Now we figured this was gonna happen, especially
Hmm.
since Majors went bye bye. But uh, Avengers
There's
the
something
King,
interesting though about it. Yeah.
yeah. So Avengers the King Dynasty is no more. It is now just the placeholder is now Avengers 5.
Yep.
Um, so apparently Marvel moved away from it because Quantumania failed so badly. But then again, Kang was the best part of that film. But
Hmm.
again, like you can recast him, but you can't really replace Majors and how he portrayed him. So
Hmm.
I guess it makes sense. But
Yeah.
um,
I mean, of course, we'll really, we might not ever know for
hmm.
sure, like what the plan was. Do you actually think that before the whole Majors thing, do you think that they actually decided to move on before that, like they're saying,
I
or
think
do you think it's one of those?
I think it's an excuse. They
Yep.
don't want to be like
That's it.
they don't want to be like, oh, we decided to move away from it because Majors, was accused of
Hmm.
abuse, and like they
Hmm.
don't want to. They can't really say anything about it.
Hmm.
It's still a legal issue that's going on. They can't just be dropping
Yeah,
that.
I don't know because like with Loki, the Loki, show, and then Quantumania, it seems like for sure it wasn't like I don't know. I feel like which is with Quantumania failing or flopping out of the box office, I don't think one flop like that is just gonna completely like oh scrap the whole plan because they were really from Loki and then Quantumania, they were really building it up to be like you know the Thanos of the next Avengers movie. So I don't think one flop they were just like, yeah, scrap the plan. We're starting over. Like I don't. It seems weird to me.
And again, we're not lawyers, but it,
Yeah.
like the accusations happened like a couple like months before Loki season 2 even came out. So if you know if Marvel really wanted to drop him, they could have just easily cut him out of all the trailers. But no, they left him in the trailers. They continued. But I guess it was like an
and
innocent till proven guilty thing.
yeah,
I don't know.
and like I said, I don't think we might not ever find out
No.
really if they decided to move on from Kang before or after, but I mean, it's happening. We know that.
Yeah. Now, the question is, where do we go from here? Do we go Doctor Doom?
Hmm.
Do we go Galactus? We know we hear some rumors that Javier Bardem is going to be Galactus, which I think is an outstanding choice. I think he's great. Um,
Hmm.
and then we also have rumors that Doom is trying to be casted. So, but the thing is, I don't want to go Galactus this early because they want to go for another 10 years, which I don't know how you're going to do that. But if you're gonna plan on doing that, then Galactus has to be the final boss. He
Hmm.
has to, because he's a man that can literally stand in space and eat worlds. Like,
Well, yeah,
where
like
where can you go from that?
it was like last year, maybe the year before, there was like rumors that they were gonna go 10 phases, which we'll see, but
Yeah,
they were gonna go 10 phases, and Galactus was gonna be like the final boss.
yeah, and he needs
So
to
I,
be.
I agree. Like I'm curious in if they're really gonna go with Galactus or they're gonna save him.
Hmm. I think they're gonna go Doom, but I think they're gonna like tease Galactus because I feel like not a lot of the See, me, I've known Galactus for years because I played a game called Marvel Ultimate Alliance and I was
Hmm.
addicted to that game and Galactus was one of the main, baddies, the main
Yeah.
bosses in that game. And so I've known about him for years and what he's capable of because in that game
Hmm.
you kind of learn. It has like a little story mode and it kind of teaches you everything about him, but not none of the like casual audience knows much about Galactus. They
Yeah.
probably never even heard the name before. So, I mean,
Hmm.
if they want to introduce him, in
Yeah.
Fantastic Four and kind of build him up as like, oh my
Yeah. That
god,
that's
this
what I was gonna
guy's
say. They
huge.
could they could like lay the groundwork pretty soon
Hmm.
for him being like the final boss because like with Thanos, we saw Thanos in Guardians,
Yeah,
and that was what 2014. That was like a few years before
that was like
Infinity
four
War.
years. Yeah,
So they were so he was making appearances years before he
yeah,
was like the main villain. So they could do the same thing with Galactus.
yeah. But I mean, if you're gonna get if what where are we at now? Phase five.
Yep.
Keep Galactus going for four more phases, five more phases. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but
Yeah, it's at least now like they could lay the groundwork and like I don't know maybe like mentioning his name here and there or something, but
hmm,
us not actually seeing him on the screen till years down the road. But we'll see. I agree with you. From what I know about him, I don't think it would be a good idea to have Galactus be the villain like really soon, and
hmm.
then after that we have Doctor Doom. I think it should flip.
It's got to be Doctor Doom first, and then I don't know
Hmm.
how you maybe you continue doing more movies with smaller villains until you get Galactus, but I mean Doctor
Yeah, I
Doom
mean
is probably the only
Marvel has countless villains, so they can.
yeah, like Marvel like Doctor Doom is like one of the only like main Marvel villains that you can really do until you get to Galactus. Like I can't think of any other like Thanos obviously. He was the first
Mhm.
main, but and Doctor Doom. Now, here's since we mentioned Javier Bardem being Galactus,
Yeah.
he's got currently rumored he's got the current offer, but he's a busy man. He's in Dune 2, which we'll be watching next Friday. Watch out the review for that one. Um,
And we never read the book, so we don't know if he dies or not. But if
yeah,
he doesn't die, then he's he's probably going to be in Doom Messiah. So like you said, he's busy man.
yeah, he's busy. Um, so, but with Doctor Doom, who do you think will be Doctor? Like I've been hearing so many. I've been hearing Henry Cavill. I've been hearing Killian Murphy. I've been hearing, like I think Henry Cavill's got too big of a build for Doctor Doom, but I think Killian Murphy can do it. But like those are the
Hmm.
two names I've been hearing circling. I think Killian Murphy can do it. I think he's got the range. But
Yeah,
then again, like I don't know who would be Doctor Doom. That's a big question to.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Out of all those you named, yeah, I think Killian Murphy would probably be the best.
But
Because I mean, we know his acting chops. We saw it in Oppenheimer. I mean,
yeah,
the dude's probably about to win an Oscar.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean listen. We didn't like Oppenheimer as much as others. We thought it was not as like it wasn't like this. extravagant, cinema experience. I mean, there were some cool parts, and we did think that Cillian Murphy was great in that. Yeah, but he's a great actor. He's been I mean, he's been in the DC universe. He was Scarecrow. He's been in
Mm-hmm.
A Quiet Place. He's been in 28 Days Later, which is also a good film. And then
Peaky
he's
Blinders.
Peaky fucking Blinders. He's been in that. Um, so he's a really good actor. So I would see him being Doctor Doom. But again, Doctor Doom has to be the villain. If you're getting rid of Kang, it has to be him. If it's Galactus, sorry, buddy. You can't, unless you're gonna make Galactus your villain for the next 10 years, which is a
They could
stretch.
do like a they defeated Galactus, but then he comes back type of thing.
Maybe,
Yeah,
may
they think they defeated him. Yeah.
maybe, but then again, like, does Galactus have like a human form, kind of like Dormammu had with Caecilius in Doctor Strange? I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
okay, so like different Marvel villains, like we still have Magneto. We can do Magneto still.
Mm-hmm.
He can be a main. I mean, he's more like an anti-hero, but that was like in the Fox universe. They kind of made him into that, but he's always been a big villain. Um, let's see here, Mephisto. We can still do Mephisto. Kingpin is still an option, even though Marvel has completely killed his aura. Um, Mister Sinister, uh, Dark Phoenix. I mean, they've got the X-Men rights now. They can do Dark Phoenix their way if they want to. Um, Venom. The crossover between Sony and Marvel, they dropped a little bit
If
of Venom in there.
if I'm Feige, I'm like, keep that Sonyverse away from me, man.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are cursed.
I mean, listen, Tom Hardy dropped a little bit of goo, all right? So we
Yeah.
could have a different Venom. I mean, it's not like they can. I mean, there's still a shot. So I mean, there's
Mhm.
different villains there. Mister Sinister, which I would look at. Magneto, I would look at. Mephisto, I would look at. Um, Sabretooth's not really a main Marvel villain. I think he's kind of like C tier, honestly. Dark
Yeah, and
Phoenix.
Even Venom, if they were to go that route, I see Venom more as like a Spider-Man villain, more than like just Marvel as a whole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's also an anti-hero, so
yeah,
he's.
yeah.
But I mean, I feel like Doom is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cillian Murphy for Doom. That's my choice. Henry Cavill, I do think. I I've also heard rumors that Henry Cavill is going to be casted as someone else in Marvel. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Britain, which is that's like
Out of all the roles,
yeah, that's like the easiest like fruit to pick off the tree type thing for Henry Cavill. Oh, he's from England. Let's cast him as Captain Britain. Stupids. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news we got for y'all today. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, give us your thoughts. Should Marvel go with Doom? Should they go with Galactus? If you say they should go with Galactus, I think you need to think about it a little bit more. Um,
Or put why, because we're
yeah,
always like,
yeah, but what?
we're not like you're stupid. Like, go ahead and put why. Maybe you can
No, you are. No,
win
I'm
us
kidding.
over.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding. And also give us some thoughts on what we all other what we talked about: Superman Legacy, the screenwriters,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But yeah, that's the little news roundup for y'all today. Yeah, like and subscribe as usual. And then keep an eye out for our Dude 2 review that should be up next Friday or Saturday, either one of those
Yep.
days. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Cameron, this is Jacob, and we'll see you on the next episode of Slashers and Superheroes. Bye, y'all.